Hey, welcome back to another Axe Cards video, and as promised I'm going to showcase a master set for the brand new Unbroken Bonds. Gonna go through them sheet by sheet. I might skip over much of the reverse hollows, but we're gonna start here from page 1, sheet 1. So the very first card in it is the Buzzwole and Venomoth Gx. And then we have a bunch of first rare hollows on the first page as well, which is the Vileplume. Moving on, we do have Venomoth Gx, which is the 12th card in the set. There are a crap ton of cards in the set overall. It's actually the exact same size as Lost Thunder was, so it's tied for the largest set ever. We have the really popular Charizard and Reshiram here, card number 20. Which is our first Fire GX as well. Also Kartana and Arcanine and Volcanion. So 3 rare hollows on this page. Yeah, the set is ridiculously large. Then we move on to these guys. We also have a Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise for you fans of old school Pokemon. And we're moving on. Poliwrath is in this set as well, but it's not a rare hollow. Slowking does get the rare hollow treatment though. So yeah, it's 410 cards including reverse hollows, which is pretty ridiculous. I mean, the state of the game is not very good if you're a collector right now. If you're a player, it's great because you got a ton to choose from. Dedenne is also a very popular card here. The Raichu is pretty adorable. There's also Machina-Alolan Mach GX in this page. So yeah, if you're trying to pull these cards yourself for a master set, it's just not gonna happen. So to give you an idea, it took to get all these cards here, I got close to 100 boxes, and some cards I only got once, which is kind of crazy. So just to give you an idea, if you wanted to pull this set yourself, it would cost you well over $10,000 if you're buying them at retail, which is pretty silly. Marshadow and Machamp GX also. The main trouble with these cards, it's not necessarily the volume of them, it's the secret rares. When you're having 20 to 25 secret rares, it's just not, and you only get 1 per box, it's just not feasible to pull all of them yourself. You really have to buy singles. Suits me fine as a store that sells singles, but it's not great for collectors out there. The Greninja and Zoroark GX, another. My camera's being silly, so I'm just picking up where I left off with the Greninja and Zoroark GX. Moving right along, we got Honchkrow on the next page, and Greninja as a darkness type Pokemon rare hollow, which is kind of weird to see. Lucario also gets a GX shared with Melmetal, yet another tag team. And Lucario also has his own rare hollow. There is probably the cutest regular GX in the set, which is the Sylveon and Gardevoir GX in this page. And there's a whole heap of cuteness with Cleffa and Jigglypuff and so. So I did some research, and there have been 301 secret rares all time since 1999 in Pokemon. And in the Sun and Moon series alone, there have been 190. So the Sun and Moon series really has not been kind to collectors. Not that I'm hating on it. They've had some great cards, and it's been awesome artwork and great for the game itself with the amount of variation and stuff they have within. And I know secret rares are completely optional, but for completionists, which many collectors are, it has been deathly. So our last Pokemon within the set is Celesteela GX, and then we move on to the trainers. There are 27 trainers in this set altogether. Again, some really cool artwork and some that have been quite popular at pre-release and before. One of those is the Gear 3.0 here, which has been going pretty well, and the Welder and Reds Challenge. So now we get on to the really cool stuff, which is the full arts. So as always, starting in the same order as the set goes with grass and moving on. Many of them, like recent sets, have two different versions of full art. So Pheromosa and Buzzwole have two full art cards. There's a Reshiram and Charizard, another really popular card, and the Dedenne full art. The Muck and Alolan Muck also have two separate cards for the same thing, as does Marshadow and Machamp. So that's one there, and this is the second here, which is really sweet card. Greninja and Zoroark also have two versions of their card. The Lucario and Melmetal don't, but Gardevoir and Sylveon do as well. One with the pink background, another with like this light brown, or I guess it could be light pink as well. Whimsicott and Persian, and the last full art is of course Celesteela. There's a crap ton, well, not a crap ton, not as much as recent sets. There's 6 full arts trainers: Green's Exploration, Janine, Koga's Trap, Molayne, Red's Challenge, and Welder. Then we move on to the secret rares, or rainbow rares. There aren't 2 different versions of each. There's only one for each GX in the set. None is held back. So there are 14 secret rares of Pokemon anyway. So we got the Venomoth, and then we have another full page here. The Reshiram and Charizard is really selling for a lot of money at present. Just like the Charizard from Burning Shadows, it's going for well over 200 US. And all the others within also look pretty boss. I have the Gardevoir and the Sylveon. And then we have the last page where we have our Whimsicott, Persian, and Celesteela. There are then a whole whack of gold secret rare cards. So we have the Beastbringer, the Triple Acceleration Energy, the Electromagnetic Radar, Fire Crystal, Metal Core Barrier, and the Pokegear 3.0. So that is it for the entire set. I just realized these are not in the right order. So we should go Electromagnetic Radar, then Fire Crystal, then Metal Core Barrier, then Pokegear, then Triple Acceleration. So I need to switch that up. So that is it for the main set. So that comes out to be 234 cards, which is it's not as big as Lost Thunder, which had 236, but since Lost Thunder had more Prism Stars, which don't have reverse hollows, it actually had this actually has an equal amount of cards overall. I won't go through all of them, but these are the reverse hollows as well. So this is all, I guess I'll go through them quickly. This is all reverse hollows, which works out to be 176 cards for all of them. Of course, you don't get reverse hollows for the GXs or for the full arts or secret rares or anything like that. It's just for the commons, uncommons, including the trainers, the rares, and the rare hollows. So just something else to collect and drive you crazy. These actually are not as hard to collect as the secret rares are, believe it or not. But they're just a fun extra for collectors and completionists. Yeah, and I'm just quickly going to flip through these guys. I decided I want to try and start showcasing the master sets after every expansion, just for those wanting to see how they look on the page and what they're collecting or missing or whatever. So we're moving on. We're about halfway through now with the reverses. Yeah, some of the rare hollows are pretty cool in the set as well. We got our Sandile. There's that Greninja that cracks me up, the reverse darkness type as well. And moving along, Melmetal and Meltan make their first appearance in a regular TCG series in this as well. They were a promo before, but this is the first time we've seen them in a main expansion. And then this is the last page. Before we start moving on to some trainers, there's only one rare holo trainer in this set. I love this Snorlax. There's only one rare holo trainer in the set, which is Red's Challenge. We've had quite a few in recent sets, so it's kind of different to not have as much. And we do get a fidget spinner finally in Pokemon, which is kind of cool. Okay. There's that Red's Challenge. And the last page, which is only 5 cards. So yeah, it is a lot. It's almost an entire binder in and of itself. Like, I'll give you a shot of the cards themselves, but I mean, it's kind of hard to even show. But it's over 40 pages. Like, that's a lot of cards just for one set. I saw some people selling them online for, I think it was $1,200 US. To be honest, even that's a great price. As always, if you're looking, I have most of these singles up in the store. If you're looking to fill out your collection, either for playing or for collecting, and please check my other videos out. I have a ton of content out today for the entire expansion and openings for just about every product within. Anyways, thanks for watching once again. Another complete set walkthrough, well, master set walkthrough, and I'll see you guys with the next release.